He's a professional football player, a 4-time A-League Premiership winner, and a defender for Melbourne City. He's Scott Galloway, and this is Bare Your Souls, presented by Culture King. Scott, thanks so much for joining us here today. Obviously going to talk about your sneaker collection.
That's right.
Very impressive collection here, but it's not all of it. This isn't your collection. Where is that at the moment?
Nah, so pretty much this is only a portion of it. Most of it's in storage. I'm just in between moving places now. The safest thing to do was kind of just box everything up and chuck it in storage.
How many pairs are we looking at in the whole collection, do you reckon?
To be honest, not until I actually started packing up my place that I realized how many pairs that I have. And they're kind of spread out over my place, my family's home back in Perth, but hard to say, in the hundreds, I think.
And yeah, obviously really intense collection, but let's take it right back to the start. When did you first get into sneaker collecting?
To be honest, I've always grown up like loving sneakers and that. I think I started with the Adidas Superstars and the Sambas and stuff like that. My dad had those. Maybe around like 13, 14, I really started getting into my Jordans, just love for sneakers and just like a variation of different colorways and that. Yeah, it's one thing I feel like you can express yourself with sneakers. One design can have 100 different styles to it.
You mentioned the Sambas, the Gazelles, those Adidas shoes are having a moment. What's it like sort of seeing people walking around in those again?
I reckon it's awesome. Like, and to be honest, even in recent times, like seeing New Balances, everyone's loving New Balances, whereas I feel like growing up, not many people had them. The sneaker game, just in all sorts, is just blown up, gone crazy now. I think everyone wants a pair of something just to stand out that little bit more.
Looking at your collection here, you talked about loving Jordans. We've got a lot of ones, we've got a lot of fours. What's your favorite Jordan model?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think ones is probably the most common, but fours, they're just, I don't know, clean, bulky. I like wearing them with, like a pair of cargos or something like that. I feel that they're probably a little bit easier to style compared to the ones, but then, ones, you've got highs, you've got lows. I'm not a mids fan. As I think a lot of sneaker people aren't. But yeah, to be honest, you can't go past fours.
And then tell me about these fours. We've got the off-white ones there, very coveted shoe at the moment.
Yeah, these are, I think, one of my holy grails. I've loved them, I've got them. I've never worn them, just because they're such a clean colorway. I do need to pull them out, but I'm saving them for something special.
How nervous do you get wearing the hype shoes like that? Like you got those, I know you've got the Dior Jordans at home somewhere stashed away.
Yeah, I think the Dior Jordans I've probably maybe wore once or twice. I think it was Christmas with the family and then like a special event that I wore them to. And to be honest, I probably checked the weather before it to make sure it wasn't raining. Nah, I'm hesitant to wear them, but like I said, I like to wear them somewhere where they're probably maybe going to be appreciated a little bit more. And then I've got my everyday sort of beat up, run around shoes. But then even those, they're still, nice and classy.
Talking about off-white collaborations, we'll first ask you about these ones, the off-white dunks. What do you think about the dunk moment that's happening? We're kind of towards the tail end of it, but it's a huge shoe. It's blown up over the last few years.
To be honest, I love them. I love the variations and the collabs that they've done with, just multiple different people. Yeah, they're just a nice, classy shoe that just, you can just go for any single style and colorway that you want.
And you've got a pretty good one here. You've got the Stingwaters, you've got the Paras over there. What's your favorite dunk out of your collection at the moment?
Oh, tough one. Yeah, it's actually hard to pick. I think I have a pair, they're not here, but the Purple Lobsters, I think are right up there, but I've got my eyes set on the new Crenshaw SB ones.
Entered all the raffles for them?
Yeah, I'll be going ham for those. They're what my mind's set on. Them and the Doritos that came out, a colorway that you can wear with everything, so yeah.
Talked Jordan 4s, we talked SB. Let's talk about the meeting in the middle. Got the SB 4s here. One of the best shoes of the year so far, do you reckon?
Yeah, I definitely think sneaker of the year. And I have to shout out my girlfriend. She bought me these for my birthday.
How good is that?
Yeah, she knew what I had my eye on and pulled out all the stops to get those for me. And yeah, I think they're, besides the off-whites, they're my favourites.
Talk me through what else you've been getting this year. You've obviously got the 3s here, Reimagined ones here.
Tried to hit up most of the big releases that have come out, but I think throughout the year, my favourites are probably these two here, that they're a custom pair from a guy in America, Le Chef. I'm not going to try and say his name correctly in case I say it wrong, but he blew up probably maybe 2 years ago that I noticed when he started doing some custom pairs for LeBron James. He shouted him out on Instagram and then everyone sort of jumped on it from there, but he does some limited releases through the year, custom made everything. So yeah, I've been lucky enough that when he's released that I've managed to cop these 2 pairs. He signs all the boxes himself, and I just think that's just something cool to have, especially as a sneakerhead. You want to, everyone wants to stand out a little bit different. So unless you're wearing your top tier Dior's and stuff like that, I want to have something that no one's seen before. And I think it was the sneaker convention that was in Melbourne not long ago. I rocked these there, and I even had full sneakerheads like sort of gone, man, where did you get these? And that was nice to have everyone sort of questioning what they are. I guess that's what sneakers are about. It's
Definitely.
just variety and just something cool for everyone.
You said they're pretty hard to get. You got to be like first in, best dressed for them.
Yeah, he drops them in like limited sizes as well. So I think that he's actually ended up going half a size up because I wasn't passing up the opportunity. And then I think with the time difference in America as well, I can't remember what time I was up into trying to wait for the drop to come. But he does them randomly, and I've been lucky enough to cop 2 pairs of them, and they're probably 2 of my favourites in my collection.
And that's a real sneakerhead thing. Hey, you got 1 shoe size, but you'll wear 3 sizes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do with them sometimes.
Talk to me about some of your sneaker inspiration in the football world. Guys like Beckham, guys like Neymar, those guys that are sort of setting the tone.
There's a lot of players, especially over in Europe and that you can look at. James Maddison is a huge one. But for me, I think, obviously, and it goes with it, the biggest sneakerheads are usually over in America. PJ Tucker, Deebo Samuel and that, they're guys that are just can scroll their Instagram for days, and the sneakers that they have in their collection is just next level. I even watched one, I think it was with Dana White. He doesn't even actually know what sneakers he has or what he gets. He's got the luxury of, he pays someone to buy his wardrobe, and I think in his last interview it was I think his sale on sneakers for the year was about 100K or something, and he doesn't even know what he's bought for the 100K. So that's, that's the dream.
Is that something you'd want? Because I don't know, I watched that and I was kind of like, I feel like for me, half the fun of sneaker collecting is sort of the chase and the pursuit and seeing this thing and then getting it 6 months later. I don't know if I'd love it if someone's just sort of saying, here, I got you these.
I think for the big drops that come out, I probably wouldn't complain if someone can guarantee get them for me. But yeah, no, I love the chase of it, the saving for it. Every time I sort of put a sneaker in my head that, end of the year, I want to try and get this and add it to my collection, like something special. The rookie of the years is something that I spent a lot of time searching for, and luckily someone was able to find them for me. And just to have that in your collection, probably haven't worn them that much, but I think, as we said before, you've only got 2 feet and enough shoes to go a lifetime. But it's a passion, it's a hobby, and sometimes a bit of an investment as well.
You got so many amazing pairs. What's the one pair you haven't got yet that you're chasing? What's your grail?
Oh, my all-time grail, it's a tough one because I can't see myself actually ever getting it, because I think they're limited to about 200 pairs, and I think the last one sold for about 120K. But it's the Paris SB Dunks.
Yeah, nice.
That city collection of them, the New Yorks, the Londons, but the Paris ones are just, they're like a holy grail sneaker for me.
We'll take it from the street onto the field now. What boots have you been wearing lately?
Of late, I've been wearing the Nike Vapors and the Phantoms. They've been my go-to probably for the last year. But before that, I sort of was into the Adidas X's. Had a fair few years in those, but I like to chop and change around. I've got some old school Adidas ones, some old school Nike. I remember, I think it was a game last year, I rocked the remake Tokyo Predator Manias, and they were just something that sort of blew up a little bit. Everyone was like, that was cool to wear those. I did miss a goal in them, so they didn't go back on, but it would have been cool if I scored in those. But I just like to go for comfort, but something with a little bit of colour in them too. Yeah.
And then talk us through this pair you've got here. It looks like a bit of an older pair, but a pair you've got.
So these are a special boot to me. They didn't look like this when I used to wear them. These are well and truly beat. I'm trying to clean them up to get them framed, but they're the boots I wore in the grand final a couple of years ago. Managed to score in these, and for me, scoring in a grand final that we ended up winning was something special to me. It was a bit of up and down year, but then everything came good at the end. And to top it off with, I think it was the last minute that I scored in, we won the grand final. So these were just something that got put away, gonna get framed and, you know, put in my house one day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know where the shoelaces are for him?
I think soaking in a tub somewhere just to take the colour out. I think most of the colours actually came from the champagne from the celebrations at the end. It's definitely close to my heart, these boots.
And then, so obviously you talked about being in between places at the moment. What do you see as your end goal for having a sneaker collection? Do you want like a big room dedicated to it? I know some guys you mentioned like PJ Tucker, they've got whole other apartments just for their shoes.
Yeah, that would be nice. Nah, definitely a room. I had a room at my old place dedicated to them, but I'd love to have everything under one roof if I can. Like I said, I've sort of got them spread out a fair bit. You know, I've moved around a lot in my career, so it's been hard to sort of pack everything up and ship it with me. Yeah, definitely a sneaker room. I've said that to my partner, you know, when we get a place that's gonna be the go, but she's into her sneakers as well. She always had good taste, but I've stepped it up a bit with, you know, I've got the matching Travs and everything with me, Seafoams and that. So just, yeah, every year I think she knows she's getting a pair of sneakers for birthday and Christmas.
And she's cool with that?
She's cool with it. She loves it. She rocks them. She's actually got some in her collection that I don't have, and I'm a bit jealous of now. So yeah, she's got a love for sneakers as well, so it goes good.
You guys similar shoe sizes at all? You can squeeze into any of hers or not have
She's about a half size down, so luckily for her, she can squeeze into mine. I can go through a bit of pain into hers.
Now, Scott, our friends at Culture Kings wanted to say thank you for coming on the show, and they've sent you this care package as a sign of appreciation. Got some cool hats here to look through, different clothes, sort of stuff like that. Obviously, what we're here to talk about, the shoes, the soles. Got a few pair from Starter Brand here. Tell us what you like about these.
I like this. So yeah, for me, nothing beats just like a nice clean shoe that you can wear. These everyday beater for me. Black and white, stock standard, goes clean, goes with everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got another colorway here. Got the white ones for you too, or the cream ones, I guess.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, this is, to be honest, probably a bit more me. Just super clean, nice material, easy to keep clean. Yeah, no, I like these.
Well, wanted to say thank you so much for coming on Bare Your Soles, and best of luck with the upcoming A-League season.
No worries. I appreciate you having me here, and honestly, let me talk sneakers. I'd love to do it.